I'll try my best. Hawk 2, Hawk 2.
What was that?
Welcome back, people. So, it is 11 o'clock at night. And you might be wondering, why are you filming? Shouldn't you be in bed? I don't care. You might be wondering, why are you filming at night? Why is your room still a mess? If you are wondering that, mind your own damn business, okay? Anyway, so, you might be wondering, where's Hope? Where's Hope? Where's Hope? Oh my god, where's Hope? Your boy got some bad news. She died. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't want to film anymore, which is completely understandable. So you guys are just stuck with me. So, you might be wondering, what's our first order of business? Just being us now. We'll be reading some Am I the Assholes on Reddit, because why not? I'm bored. And also, it's like 11 o'clock, so like, let's have some fun. Ooh. But first, I'm going to take a melatonin so I can get a good night's rest tonight. And yes, did I brush my teeth? I don't care. And also, you guys might be wondering, oh my god, where are his braces? Off. I got my braces off. So, I should probably also tell you guys, before the video actually starts, the filming schedule is changing. I will be posting about every Wednesday or Thursday, because one video a week is quite enough for me, because I am a high school student. That is my cat scratching at my door. But, so one video a week, that's all you guys get. You guys get to see this beautiful face once a week. It might increase if I get a little more help, but probably not. And yeah, so, oh yeah. Oh, so, me and Hope were gonna have we were gonna have a very good last video together, but I don't really feel like finishing editing it, and I just kind of want to start anew. So, if you can tell, the new channel is called Just Brad, because it's just me now. Let's get started with the video. But let's get started. I got my trusty iPad. You guys know her from one of the last videos. I got a little cozy blanket, because it's kind of cold, and I do have my window open, even though it's like 8 degrees, but Celsius, not Fahrenheit. I'm just gonna pick the first one, because I don't really care. It's called Am I the Asshole? My kids refuse to come to my wedding unless they can bring grandma.
Oh!
I divorced my ex-wife about 7 years ago. At the time, I was the stay-at-home parent, and my wife wanted to bring her old mother to live with us. It was a big argument. I didn't want her to move in because I knew that I would have to look after her and basically become a caregiver for her. I wanted her to go home. Oh, to go to a home. I'm not a great reader. Back to we go. My ex-wife told me she was moving in no matter what, since she is the one that pays the bills. That is when we got divorced, and I went back to work. I got every weekend with custody. I tried for more, but it's really hard when you don't have much money. Unfortunately, the care for grandma fell on my 2 oldest kids when they were with their mom. It was a long-running argument between me and my ex-wife. That was 7 years ago, and I'm getting remarried. My kids are now 21, 20, and 18. They still live at their mom's and take care of grandma. I still see them most weekends. My ex-wife works long hours to support everyone, and so the care falls on them. I disagree with it so much. It doesn't help that my kids are bitter. I divorced their mom, and they were forced into a care role. They love their grandma, but are burnt out. I've told them so many times they can live with me full-time, but they feel like they can't walk away, because who would take care of grandma? I sent out invites to the wedding. They already knew the date, and I thought it was all good. I got a call from my oldest saying they need to bring grandma and she needs an invite. I don't care for grandma. She was a royal bitch when I first met my wife and into our marriage. I told her that she isn't invited and my ex-wife can look after her for a night. My kids told me she can't since she will be working. My wedding is on a Saturday a year from now. She can watch her mother one night a year from now. I told my eldest no, and their mom will need to figure it out. She then told me she'll not come if Grandma can't come. I reiterated, Grandma is not invited. We got into a big argument about it, and she told me I need to step up, unlike what I did years ago, the divorce. I told her she is welcome to come, but Grandma's not invited. My other kids have texted me that they are not coming if Grandma can't. And then this is the edit. I'm going to offer to pay for a caregiver for the night. I will find the money and hopefully it isn't too expensive. So, here's my opinion. Do I think this guy's the asshole? No, I don't. And here's why. I don't think he's the asshole because I don't think it should be up to the kids to take care of this woman's mother. And I also don't think it should be up to him to try and find a caregiver for his ex-mother-in-law, because this is supposed to be the happiest night of his life. He's finally finding another woman that he loves, and I can empathize with both sides. I get that it might be difficult for the original ex-wife to find a caregiver or find the time to find a caregiver because she does work. But I still think if it's your mother, you should be able to put in the time to go that extra effort and try and take care of her. And for the kids, I think that the kids, like, yeah, I understand that they don't have a great relationship with their father, but I think that they should appreciate everything that he's doing for them and appreciate that, like, what he did before the divorce. And I think that they shouldn't be taking that for granted. And I think, I think that he's not the asshole in this situation. I really don't. Yeah, that's my opinion. Okay, let's find another story, shall we? Okay, I want to find a juicy one. Am I the asshole for telling my friend he's being clingy? Technically, I didn't use the word clingy. I told him not to text and call me multiple times in a row if I don't pick up because it made me feel a bit smothered. I guess he was upset about something not working on his phone and wanted me to fix it. That's the gist of what I got from his texts. He got frustrated and mad and called me to vent, is what I'm guessing. We are neighbors. Live in the same hallway, both of us are on disability and are home all day. At the time, I had been busy though. I saw the call and sent it to voicemail, intending to call back in a bit. Within the next 20 minutes, he sent 4 texts and called me twice. The phone calls were less than 5 minutes apart. He also stood outside my door on the phone with someone, I think his sister. I got frustrated with this behavior, so didn't respond right away. Wanted some time to cool off before I told him not to be going forward. Not to be doing that going forward. I feel a bit mean saying this to him though. I mean, he was likely just looking for emotional support and possibly technical support. But I feel like he could have called someone else if I didn't pick up and waited for his help with his phone. We've been friends for 3 years. This is hardly the first time something like this has happened. I usually just brush it off, but my therapist is always telling me to work on setting boundaries, and I figured this was a relatively harmless one. I still feel like I did something wrong, so am I the asshole? This one's really interesting. I'm looking, people are saying not the asshole. I don't really think he's the asshole. I don't think it's up to him to be his friend's technical support, but I do think that there's other ways to set boundaries with your friends, and I feel like just ignoring them isn't really a responsible answer. I do think that this friend, it's a difficult one because I don't think he's the asshole in this situation, but I also think I understand the friend's point of view, but I do also think that he could have just called someone else, because it said that he was calling someone who he thought it was his sister. Why didn't he just ask his sister for tech support? And also, there's lots of companies that you could go to. So, not the asshole. Anyways, let's looking for another cookie. Okay, I got one. It looks juicy. Oh shit, this one's a long one. Okay. Am I the asshole for using my dad's underwear to make a point about the toilet seat? What I'm just gonna say, I'm not starting off strong. This has been going on for so long in my house that I feel like I need a third opinion. I, 21 female, live with my parents and younger sister, 13 female. We have a 2-bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom, thanks to old building layouts, so all of us share it. Oh, don't want to talk in my face. The problem is my dad does not lift the toilet seat when he pees, and he ends up leaving splash marks on the seat. Refuses to clean after himself too. It is not just about how it looks. It also smells and makes it inconvenient for me, my sister, and my mother to use the bathroom, checking for stains every time. We have told him many times over the years to just lift the seat, but he refuses or ignores it. At one point when my younger sister was like 9, she used to sit without thinking much and got a skin rash. I was really frustrated and it kind of blew up for me recently. I told my dad that if he kept leaving the dirty seat, I would start cleaning it with his underwear. He did not take me serious, so I actually did it. Whenever I found stains, I used one of his clean underwear to wipe it. I even used the ones he kept as backup. Eventually he ran out of clean underwear and the ones left smelled, so he realized what I had been doing. We had a big fight about it, and we have not spoken for 2 months now. Some relatives found out and are telling me I'm making a big deal out of a small issue. First they refused to even address the issue when I tried to explain, and now they just explain to me that it's just a habit he doesn't have. We should just make up and not spoil our relationship over this. My sister is telling me to stop fighting, but I feel like this is basic hygiene in a shared space. I know using his underwear was a bit extreme, but I had already tried talking about it for years and nothing changed. I will not lie. It has started to take a bit of a toll on me because it started this cold war in my house, but I feel like I should stand my ground because if I don't, my compliance will spill into other things that are not just minor inconveniences. Am I the asshole for standing my ground over this? Okay. I don't think so. Like, I get the lesson that she was trying to prove, but I also think there could have been a different approach. But at the same time, if he's not going to learn, how else are you going to teach him? Like, I'm sorry. Like, especially the fact that, like, he's living in a house with 3 women who they all need to use the washroom sitting down. He can go standing up, so I don't see the point in being that unhygienic. Like, I understand, like... No, you know what? I don't.
Oh!
Clean the toilet seat. Like, you've gotten multiple complaints. Your own daughter has gotten a skin rash. Clean the toilet. Like, it's not that hard. Put the toilet seat up. It's easy. Not the asshole. Let's find another one. Okay, we'll do just a couple more because I want to go to bed. Ooh, this one looks juicy, 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 juicy. Okay, I'm just gonna put my legs up right here. This one's called, Am I the Asshole for telling my dad I don't want my stepmom to be, and siblings to come with us on a trip? I, 16M, live with my dad, 44M, and my stepmom to be, 42F. They're engaged, and her son, 8M. She moved in with us in mid-2025, and my dad and her were dating for like a year before that. It has been rough at times, and it has taken a long time coping with it because before she moved in, it was just me and my dad pretty much, always except when I visit my mom. In May, we are going to the country where my dad and mom are from. Oh, for the second time in his life. We went there when I was 9, and my dad told me we would go again at some point. And now that point has come, and my dad wants my stepmom and stepbrother to come with us too. I need a sip of water. Yes, I have a Stanley Cup. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am getting sick as a dog. But it's fine. I don't care. That just means people will stay away from me. It sounds okay, but just try to think of it from my perspective. I never wanted them to move in and join our family. Sorry, guys. My cat's meowing. I have to put up with all the crap I get from them both. I can never catch a break or any kind of experience of how it used to be from these 2 new people, and I won't until I move out. Everything me and my dad used to do nearly always has to include my stepbrother. I don't hate either of them, and most of the time things are fine, but it's literally changed my life and my relationship with my dad. When my dad told me we can go to the country, he brought up about how it's going to be fun for us all, or whatever, but I asked him, do they have to come? Can this one thing just not include them? He says they should come because they're part of the family too, and so it only makes sense. It would be strange if he just left them at home. I said they don't have to come. It's not like it's their country either, so it doesn't even mean the same thing to them. His argument is that it will help bring us together, and I just have to deal with it. and make the best of it. It turned into an argument. I can't change his mind because at the end of the day, he says I'm not the one paying and organizing it. But I still don't believe I'm in the wrong for wanting them not to come. This one's kind of sticky. Because, I don't think he's the asshole in this. Because he's 16 years old. Like, this seems like it would be the end of the world for him. And I completely understand that. Because he just wants to spend time with his dad. But also, I think his dad has such a proper perspective. Oh, sorry, my cat wants to walk out. I think that his dad has the right perspective and that he wants to build the family closer. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think that I think once the trip actually happens, it might seem a little bit easier because if they all went, it'd be nicer. And I do think, like, I don't think it's selfish, but I just think it's, like, a little bit inconsiderate because maybe the stepmom and the stepbrother really want to learn about their culture. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that they're both kind of in the right because for a 16-year-old, this is the end of the world. Like, I'm literally only a year older than this guy. And, like, if my parents got divorced and they want to go to a country with, like, some rando I didn't know, it would be the end of the world because, like, that would mean a lot to me because, like, especially, like, me with my dad, like, sometimes we go on, like, our own little trips and, like, we went to New York City one year and, like, we were planning one this summer, like, maybe Quebec City. We really, like, I value that time with my dad because it's just me and him. And I think that, like, if someone took away from that, I think I would just have a really hard time. So, I mean, like, I understand it, but also with the dad's perspective, he's willing to, like, pay for their trip. Like, he wants to put in that effort, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. So I think they're both kind of in the right, both kind of in the wrong. And well, I don't really think anyone's in the wrong in this. I think we'll do one more Am I the Asshole? And I had seen a good one. If you get it, you get it. It's Am I the Asshole for telling my extended family how many men, roughly, my sister has slept with after she outed our youngest brother as a virgin. Spicy. We had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my eldest sister, 29 female, younger sister, 24 female, and younger brother, 22 male. Extended family attended our family dinner, so all of our significant others, our cousins, aunts, and uncles, etc. During the dinner, my eldest sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument. The two of them absorbed in their argument to realize the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks up until that point. It was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been the alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk. Anyways, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying, "Everyone knows he's a virgin," and she didn't say anything wrong. This annoyed me, as my bro definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college. Since everyone in the family knows this, it's not a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't know this. Amazingly. I genuinely assumed he must have known. He left the party angrily, saying my sister misled him about her past. Family is blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to accept I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine, sorry. Everyone's saying not the asshole. I agree. I saw a comment and it said, like, if you can't take it, then don't dish it out. Exactly it. I think that, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with having an extreme amount of, like, bodies. But I don't think there's anything wrong with being a virgin. And I think the way the sister kind of handled it was really wrong. And I think that it's never smart to be in an argument if there's alcohol in the system. Because words can come out that you don't mean and then the next day you don't even remember. But yeah, I think that they're both kind of in the wrong. Like, I don't think that you should have been saying, like, hundreds of men. Like, I don't think you should be, but like, also at the same time, if you can't dish it out, don't. If you can't take it, then don't dish it out. Yeah, I don't think he's the asshole. And I don't think it's really the family's place to be blaming him. Am I the asshole? I am the cause of my father's divorce. My mother passed away 5 years ago. Afterward, my father married a woman who has 3 children, each from a different father, a 3-year-old boy, an 8-year-old girl, and a 17-year-old boy. It was never a problem for me, but it was a difficult situation because I was still hurting from my mom's death. Though I never said anything, I was studying medicine abroad, but the problems began when I went back home for vacation to see my father. My brother, who also lives abroad, came along as well. When we arrived, we discovered that my stepmother didn't want us in the house. She felt we should have booked a hotel. This made no sense. No one in our family had ever done that when visiting, and the house is extremely large. Later, my sister-in-law told me that my stepmother had been saying a lot of bad things about me. She excluded my brother and me from everything. She took no photos with us and didn't want us to go out with them. Since I wanted to quit medicine anyway, I saw everything as a sign to move back and live with my father again. This is what I did, but she hated it. Even though I barely leave my room, she still makes comments about me living with my father at my age. I'm 27. The thing is, I went to study medicine but had to stop for 2 years to care for my mother. She had cancer. I went back to my studies after she passed, but I struggled with severe depression and eventually quit. Now I don't have a job and I've just started a new course at university, so I don't know exactly what she expects me to do. Everyone in our family has started to dislike her because of how she treats my brother and me. My father does everything he can for her children since he was retired. He takes care of them at home all day while she works. He also pays for everything and even helps her with her job. She wants a perfect family consisting only of herself, my father, and her 3 children. She doesn't want my brother and me in the picture, which is why she can't stand me living there. I'm serious when I say I stay in my bedroom 99% of my time. My father actually has to ask me to come out and live a little. I don't even speak to her, yet she still can't stand it. In conclusion, my father is now filing for divorce. That one was kind of anticlimactic. Do I think she's the asshole? No. Do I think the stepmother's the asshole? Yes. I think that... I don't know, there's not much I think about that. That was kind of boring. I don't think she's the asshole. Why were they all not the assholes? I was really rooting for some assholes.
What was that?
So I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna just put my recliner in, and then I'll head to bed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Look like the fish with the teeth. If I can find it, I'll put it there. Oh my god, that's kind of scary. Anyways, so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want. I really don't care. And yeah. Bye.